Holla ballers!
That was very loud.
Sorry.
That's okay. I
Hello.
think I had my headset turned up too much.
I didn't mean to deafen you.
It was just a little start thing to log on to.
See, if people logged on earlier whilst I was chatting shit, then
Yeah, it's my mistake, I know.
It's surprising.
I'll log on earlier.
There we go.
I was busy doing setup stuff though.
That wasn't. That was just being weird. That wasn't setup stuff.
You shocked me with setup?
No, that's not what I meant. That's why I said that's not what I meant. Oh no.
I even put stars in the AA to see if
Oh
people...
my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was someone else who had done it or something because it's
No.
not the usual format.
I decided I was going to see if stars helps with reading comprehension.
It does.
Aria,
I will carry on using stars. Yep.
you have too much time.
I mean, putting stars. I mean,
It just, you do curly bracket star, close curly bracket, and then you copy and paste a few times. Took like 20 seconds.
is this porn?
I've spent more time removing kittens from my keyboard today than I have doing the AA. And you guys have nearly had some long kitten messages on Discord. I keep having to delete typing because I've left Discord open.
Now you know how men feel when a woman wants attention. It's exactly
Yeah,
the
when I
same.
want attention, I don't tread on the keyboard and type gibberish at people, though.
Maybe you should.
Is this where I'm going wrong? I should make yowling noises, climb on the keyboard, and probably lick faces, because that's what I get from them.
Also pretend that you're starving.
Oh, we get that a lot.
Lick
Make
faces might
a
help.
dying starvation song, like 8 times a day, usually. Most of the time next to a full food bowl. I have just looked at the raid frames repeatedly, closed it, and went, why am I looking at this? Close it. I'm setting up tanks. That's what I'm doing.
Aria?
Yeah?
Thank God you're pretty.
Does that help?
Well, if you can't be smart,
That's a big ouch.
Yeah. Well, I'm neither, so fucking.
I have a PhD.
A pretty huge dick. No.
No,
That's a
not that.
terrible joke.
It's, I have a PhD. It's just sometimes I can't work out why I opened the fridge or the raid frames or the door or whatever.
Where's
That's an actual known thing, though. Once
Yeah.
you go through a door,
Yeah.
you forget why.
I know.
Exactly.
They studied it.
I know, and I learned about that.
Yeah.
And what I used to do is I used to phone the technician in my lab and tell her, when I forget why I'm in the lab, I want to do this. I'd come down the stairs and she'd remind me why I was in the lab. It was great. And necessary.
it was said in jest, and I do tell it to my very highly educated doctors that I work with when they do something
Oh, I joke about it all the time. It's that I have a PhD. I still can't tell which of my feet is which when putting on my shoes.
Really?
Yeah, I put them on the wrong feet probably once a week.
It's impressive.
Some things I'm not smart at.
Well, you couldn't be smart at everything.
No.
Just
What the fuck
allocating
is up with
knowledge.
these many druids? What
I
the
don't
hell?
know. They're breeding, I think.
They're breeding like druids.
Exactly.
It's so weird. Like in Legion, there are none.
And now there's millions.
We had none. We had none for a while, didn't we?
And we don't even have all the druids today. We're still missing a druid.
So I think Bobby's giving up druid next year.
Is he going rogue?
Bobby? I hope so.
Should go Shami.
I'm also seeing 5 healers.
We had not
That's
enough healers last raid, and now we have too many healers.
Technically 3 of them are DPS in their healing spec because they're all organised and ready to go.
Vote on next raid poll and read it.
Yeah, about whether or not we should have a slightly longer raid.
I did that.
Oh, I know you did.
Problem, Mirsoth, I can't read. I'm illiterate. Sorry.
You managed to vote though, Zach.
Yay!
I'm guessing your cat did that for you.
Maybe
Well-
maybe Dashy did it for him.
We have too many healers tonight, did you say? Sorry.
We have 5! I don't know how that happened, but given that the 3 of them are DPS, I'm figuring that you 3 can work out between you who would like to DPS.
Where did you put the poll?
In the
Alright.
next raid tab, it's near the top. I also reorganized Discord about 6 weeks ago, and I don't think anyone noticed.
Oh.
I tidied it up so it's easier to find the raid ones, and all the voice channels other than the raid one are together, and next raid is under announcements. And I think no one noticed. Right, I should put those markers down, because that's again, I was in the raid early to put down markers, and then got distracted, as usual. And I am looking for a volunteer to be the left side marker. So watch the videos again. If you're confident, tell me, and you get to
do
be the
left
marker.
Wait, wrong group. If need be, I can do left side.
An officer should do it. You have to do something for the title.
That's
So what was
brave.
that, Sunti?
An officer should do it because they need to do something for the title.
Well, I will happily take the right side mark. I also watched pretty much the entire of your stream, Sunti, yesterday.
Oh my god.
Fast forward to a lot of it, but I wanted to look at the left side on every intermission pool so I could compare the orb positions to the videos I'd found to check things up. And those 2 I've posted, one of them comes up frequently, and if it's not that timing, it fits the other one.
Okay.
So we've got every eventuality accounted for, and it works for both, I think. And it shouldn't be too different. Yeah, Zach, you're going to need speed totem. So, Rankin, that was you volunteering for left side marker, was it?
Yes, if need be.
Cool. We can stick it on you. You get a marker anyway. So, officers, please make sure Rankin is on the left side. I will stick a marker on me, and I will be the right side. Hey, I'm actually going to put the actual AA up. Then we can get those interrupts in place. If I can find it. I have no brain today, it seems.
What the fuck is all over your pizza?
Looks like just a lot of cheese.
Looks
No.
like, it looks like mayonnaise or some shit.
Bearnaise sauce with
Oh,
kebab.
burn it.
Béarnaise.
Yeah, okay.
With what's it called? And kebab.
Although, come to speak of it, bearnaise sounds amazing.
I think you're going to be disappointed it's not beer.
Yeah, I know. I like béarnaise sauce, but bearnaise sauce, I'm gonna make. Or baconaise. That's
No,
Yeah.
baconaise tastes like salmon.
Perinaise is amazing. You should have perinaise. No,
Loki Joe, is that like the Swedish pizza thing going on?
Sure is, mate.
Fan i helvete.
You have a knife and fork, how civilized.
People eat pizza with a knife and fork.
Surprised me too.
I eat pizza with a knife.
There's
and
also beef tenderloin on it.
It's a very posh
loins.
pizza.
Is it just the lighting in the picture, or do you have a really long thumb?
That's his foot.
I don't really know. My thumb's probably pretty long.
I think it's because you can see his hand combined with his thumb.
Yeah, and the
thumb.
palm of the hand's like darker.
It looks pretty
I've
normal.
never heard anyone say that I have an abnormally long thumb anyway.
It looks pretty normal, I think.
Maybe
I have abnormally short thumb. So
You're going to have to post pictures for us to check now or something, aren't
Maybe
you?
I have
No.
short thumb, and I
they're
don't see many
embarrassing.
thumb from like a point of view perspective.
I have embarrassingly short thumbs.
I
Really
would
stubby.
Yeah.
I would put a picture of a banana just for scale, but I don't have any bananas.
I'm also not sure that's the best scale.
Isn't your thumb the same size as something else? No. Really
Yeah,
not.
I was
We're
just
all going to go check now, aren't you?
thinking that.
It's the same size as your
Is your thumb the same size as your dick? That's small.
Okay,
think it's
you've got 2
for a
minutes
normal
until we pull. You've got 2 minutes to check this if you need to check.
Are we sewn in?
Well, like we measure it, you take your middle finger and then you pull it inside, you put your thumb on the spot that your middle finger stopped, and then you put your middle finger out, and that should be the size of your dick when it's hard.
Well, yeah, but
No.
my middle finger is normal length, so that doesn't make any difference.
Isn't
So-
it supposed to be like...
You now have 1 minute to check this out and confirm if it's correct before we raise.
I've heard it's always the size of your forearm.
That's your
Yeah.
foot.
That sounds more like it.
The ton of studies been done, and there's no correlation between any part of the body and your...
I was about to say
It's
refrigerator.
boring quoting science on it.
Let's go!
Yeah, let's zone in. Let's get some consumables. I'm hoping you're all done measuring now.
Well, everybody seems positive, let's keep that up.
So I fold back my left hand middle finger, then my right thumb goes.
Yeah,
I think Sango needs better instructions.
I am huge.
What's that quote? Like a baby's arm holding
Holding an
orange in
apple.
its fist.
Well, this is a weird ass conversation to walk into.
that's a good one, Zach.
I also thought the same thing.
I mean, my penis is larger than it was 2 minutes ago. But that's
I have a
because I love you.
brilliant
That's
strategy.
because I love you all so much.
I have brilliant strategy for Jaina. We all show her our penises and she'll just flee. And
Or,
you'll
just
or laugh.
Yeah.
Just gotta flap it onto
If
her.
she dies laughing, that also works as long as we get the loot and credit
She
for
will
kill.
bloodlust.
Let's maybe not try that tactic.
Well, if she bloodlust, we can bloodlust, and then she has double the sizes on everyone.
I'm not sure that's going to work.
We
But
can-
I think it's probably better than Dashi's what if we all jump in the water tactic.
She can't kill us.
But only slightly. Yeah, but you'll drown. Right, let's get a cauldron. We don't have our Yumu, so I'm hoping someone has a cauldron. Markers are down for your avalanches. You've got me on the right side for intermission. We've got Rankin on the left side for intermission. DPS leads are the groups sorted because I see Boozy listed, which might not go well because Boozy is off playing Warlock Boozy at D&D.
I'd just like to say that you haven't sorted out the groups yet, right?
I'm
free
hoping not
healing.
because we've got 3 healers on one side.
Yeah.
I know Spritney is confident on left, so let's have Spritney on the left. We've also got 1 and 3 and Legato, but Legato's in 1 and 3, so I've switched Legato and Spritney. Legato, you are one of the 2 extras going left. We need a second interrupt. Yeah, we also have Abby in interrupts.
In group 2, I'm not in group 2.
Well, we're just sorting that at the moment. I'm just getting clarification if anyone is before I go do it.
Does anyone have a cauldron on them? Because we need to make one. No one volunteered one.
No, no one volunteered.
Oh, we actually needed cauldrons?
Yeah, we were expecting
Oh.
Ryumu, but he is not here. But I know he's got his university big presentation tomorrow, so I think he's getting that finished. But if someone could bring a cauldron, that would be fantastic. Okay, while we're sorting a cauldron, so Shingetsu, I'll go through this with you. So for the most part, you are going to be stacking on Rankin, who's the blue square. He is going to control movement in phase 1. If you get the Ring of Frost, you're going to run out the ring and then in the last second stand in fire. If you get Avalanche, you're going to match the mark above your head to the marker and run down that side. Really important you move out the group early so you don't drop it on them. And then you go back to the clump. If you get frozen, it's not a complete disaster. We can break you out, but try not to. Try not to stand in the fire unnecessarily. But generally, most things we can recover from. If she's going to do a frontal towards ranged, we'll call out for range to be ready and then for range to dodge. Then we get to phase 2. We transition at 60%. We need to have everyone with their stacks cleared, but I'm calling the clear. And we need to have everyone to the side of the boat where we're going to transition through the intermission phase, otherwise you're going to get frozen. In the intermission, if you're left side, so that's groups 1 and 3, plus Legato and someone else, you follow Rankin, stand on him. If you're right side, you stand on me. We'll guide you through it. You just dodge the orbs, don't get frozen, and then I'll call every single move in phase 2. Okay, cauldron is down. Thank you, Sean. Grab your flasks. So 1 and 2, take 2 flasks, please. We're just getting those interrupts sorted.
Where the fuck are you that big, Emma?
Yeah, I'm just sorting the interrupts and then we're good to go. Okay, check your interrupts, check your sides, let us know if there's a problem. So going left is 1, 3, Bobby and Legato. Going right is 2 and 4. You've got blue and red to follow. Let's get going. I don't really want to have too much downtime tonight. I want to get a load of pulls in. I know we've got a couple of people who haven't been in for pulls before, but I'm hoping you can catch up fairly easily and we can work on phase 2.
You did.
You
hold
did,
on.
but we can put more down.
Yeah. Oh, I got one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Set charge.
Frozen siege.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Bam!
Boat right.
Frozen siege. Freezing blood. Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Searing pitch.
Boat down with the switch.
Ring of ice.
Out, then in fire. We can get avalanche after, so be ready.
Howling chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Range dodge. We'll break, so don't worry, guys.
Frozen siege.
Keep the boss in
Chilling
the
touch.
side and still break you. That's good.
Time
Bam!
warp.
Boat left.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Frozen siege. Ring of ice.
Out, then in fire. Expect avalanche.
Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Searing pitch.
So we have all the melee frozen, I think.
Freezing blast.
Expected that. Got base up.
Howling winds.
Scroll down.
Howling winds. Frozen siege. Howling winds.
Melee tight clump. Boat
Will it
right.
start?
We should be able to ignore it, I hope, but we are a little higher than usual.
Freezing blast.
Let's
Okay.
see if we can.
Range to the marker.
Avalanche.
Chilling touch.
We have better clumping melee, so what it requires there.
Ring of ice.
Out, then in fire.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Frozen siege. Freezing
65.
blast.
Check your stats. $62. Make sure they're clear.
Searing pitch.
Get ready for
Freezing
transition.
blood.
Now clump. Move together. Stay with your marker. Don't get ice blocked. Don't stop for ice blocks.
Really think I've been running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image. Chilling touch. Icebound image.
And we'll go between.
Chilling touch.
Moving to the next one. Need to move
Icebound image.
Yeah, too many frozen.
Not a bad first attempt though.
Yeah.
We're missing our 2 wind rushes.
I got a Windrush.
Oh, I missed one. We didn't get 2 though, did we?
I thought we did
Yeah,
have
we
2.
did.
One if you
Oh,
got
well then I am
one-
fucking blind and I take it back. I felt like we were slow, that was all.
If you moved on me, you got a Windrush.
My apologies. I thought
It's
we
alright.
missed our rotation. Like
Oh
our,
god, you're pretty.
oh. I don't know, it felt slow. That was all.
The sea answers my call.
Set charge. Frozen siege.
Let's see if we can go
I
that.
will freeze you where you stand.
Avalanche, boat left.
Oh,
Did you decide to die, Zach?
yeah.
Freezing blast.
Ranged up.
Okay,
Okay, bomb.
so,
Oh, definitely wide.
I'm shocked. Tom made his first mistake this year.
Set charge.
Wasn't a mistake, I just rest there.
Oh, okay.
Bold of you to assume that Sean made a mistake.
It has very occasionally happened.
It is the 6th month and he hadn't done it yet, so it was due one. I'll put a new feast down since I think people need it.
Which healer would benefit from an innovate right at the beginning?
I guess none.
Okay, so I'm just going to do Smokey.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't go to the left of the tornado on the left-hand side. So at the second image, you go. If the tornado is coming from Jaina towards you, you'll be going to the right-hand side of the image. If the tornado comes from behind you, you're going to hang left, go round the back of the tornado, and go to the right of the image because it's going to be easier to dodge. But the timing is kind of, you're going to be passing that second image as the tornado also passes. Zach, it depends which video. In one, they do that when it's coming from behind them. In the other, the tornado comes from Jaina, so you just go right. There's 2 different timings I was seeing in our
5,
videos.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat left.
Melissa?
I hope you don't
Avalanche.
You will be washed away.
Use that res.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Frozen siege. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
stand.
If you did this frozen move.
range might need to go.
Freezing blast.
first.
Howling winds. Chilling touch. Ring of ice.
Ring.
Out, then
Freezing
fire.
blood. Chilling touch. Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Bam!
Boat right.
Time warp.
She clumps nicely to bait the fire.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Freeze you where
Avalanche.
you stand.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out, then fire.
Searing pitch.
Bam!
68, we can leave the boat.
They stop.
Howling
I
wind.
just said leave it.
Yeah, sorry.
Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Chilling touch.
65, watch your
Freezing
stats.
blast. Chilling touch.
Bombs are in place!
Get the ice block open. We want everyone that we can
Yeah, we
take.
do. 62, make sure you've cleared.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Searing pitch.
That transition.
Ring of ice. Freezing blood.
Now move together. And they're getting ice blocked.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible!
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image.
Right.
Icebound image. Chilling touch.
And we're between these orbs.
Icebound image. Icebound image.
House down.
Still finishing us off.
Icebound image. Freezing blood.
Phase 2, bait. Keep dodging though.
Glacial ray.
Nice
touch.
baiting. After the ray, we're all moving to the barrel and we're breaking the barrel.
I
No
will
rules on
freeze
barrel.
you where you stand.
Maybe you need to go on the barrel.
Well, if we were doing it right, there would be.
Yeah, so we now break the barrel.
Ice fall.
We dodge the ice fall, we clear our stacks, and then
Chilling
we cross
touch.
the room. I'm going to put
Freezing
markers
blood.
down because we have
Chilling
barrels.
touch.
Sorry, I don't look ready yet. I'm trying to click on the marker and it keeps removing it from
Glacial
me.
ray.
Ignore my button pressing.
Washed away.
It doesn't like me to do it while I'm ice blocked.
Beware.
I can do the first one while dead. Next time I'll get the second one down. Just say we actually have 3 priests tonight, so we've got a load of master spells. So most of you don't need to stand in the fire. So if you're not sure about it, if you think your timing might be off, don't stand in the fire. We'll have master spells and I can hear them going off. You don't even need 5 morg. I dispel myself and I can do it a second before it needs to go off. And it then means I'm guaranteed to not get the grasp because I've got a good chance it's me with the avalanche.
Make sure you use this hammer whilst it's on.
Oh, everyone repair then. Where's
It's
it
not.
hiding?
No, it's just here. Like at this.
Give me a moment to enable GDPR.
Where's it hiding?
It's right here.
Oh, there it is. It's next to Morg when he's jumping.
Where is it?
Behind the clumps, hang on. Morg's jumping next to it.
Blue marker.
Now Zach's jumping too. Everyone's jumping on it.
There's too many people jumping. I cannot target.
Do slash tar, and you'll be able to target.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat left.
I hope you don't
Avalanche.
cold.
Freezing blast. Set charge. Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Bombing back.
Searing pitch.
Their vessel is bound for the deep.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood.
Same shot.
Chilling touch.
Out.
Freezing
Then in fire.
blood.
Or not in fire and get the skull.
Frozen siege.
Therese Sham. Break the
Bam!
anchor.
Vessel off the starboard
Boat
side.
right.
Man the guns.
Time warp. Freezing chilling blast. Touch.
Do you have a roll?
We don't know. Let's just wipe it.
So, slight issue there is that when a melee, is it two
Set
melee and
charge.
attack or one melee and attack?
hope you don't mind.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Frozen
Five.
siege.
We've got 5
Freezing
melee, which means
blast.
we need 1 ranged standing in melee. Oh, perfect, Eric. Yeah, that works, because that's actually better for you for healing, isn't it?
Of me.
So, with Aerith, 5 melee, 2 tanks, that gives us 8, so we can then lose 3 of us and not get frozen, as long as no one dies.
Yeah.
Is there anything special I have to do in melee? I've been ranged so far.
Bump with the melee.
Just try and stay stacked as possible during the what's it called? The watch
Both
your feet
come
bit.
in for the bombards.
Yeah, don't move
But
too soon.
You're used to that for range,
Yeah.
so...
Avalanche will come faster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the
that's
only
true.
different thing.
But it's still the same way, you just need to move quickly, otherwise that first one can catch you. But it's mostly going to be the same.
Okay.
That being said, you are a monk.
And remember that when we transition, if you're in melee range of Jaina, as we transition you get an extra cold stack, so just get that little bit away.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You're learning all the time, it's good.
So I managed to dodge that stack quite often.
Possibly, yes. But you don't need to be far away, but if you're right on her, you do get a stack on transition.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing blast.
Boat right.
Man the guns.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
you stand.
Freezing blast.
The deck is rigged to explode.
Boat's gone, we can switch.
Fine shot.
Frozen siege.
Bound for the deep.
Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out, then in fire, expect an avalanche.
Howling winds. Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Chilling touch.
Go straight back to the boss.
Expected dodge.
Time warp. Frozen siege. Chilling touch.
Bam!
Boat left.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Searing pitch. Blast. Searing pitch. Frozen siege. Searing pitch.
Use that res. Avalanche.
Ring of ice.
Burn fire.
Blocking that.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Howling winds.
Bam!
67, just ignore it.
We need to get Sengal out before we
Yeah, break him. 65, think about your stats.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Searing pitch.
Avalanche.
Set
62,
charge.
watch those stacks.
Chilling touch.
Get a bit out the fire for you.
Freezing blast.
We might have a bomb gun. Never mind.
Okay, now move together. Oh, it's fine. I can taunt her when she comes in. It doesn't matter who has aggro as long as I taunt during the glacial ray.
Oh, I know.
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Remember, I'm
Freezing
the marker,
blood.
all you people who are not in range of me.
Freezing blood. Icebound image. Icebound image. Chilling touch. Icebound freezing blood. Icebound freezing blood.
Still working on ours.
Icebound image.
As down.
Chilling
Phase 2.
touch.
Keep dodging. Break that ray.
Glacial ray.
After ray, everyone to barrel.
I will freeze you where you stand.
When we get out, we're
fall.
moving across. Don't be on the second barrel yet unless you're a broadside. We bait glacial ray at the wall. We don't stand in the ice.
Glacial ray.
Yeah. But I can now put down the next marker when I die. Feels like we're getting through that left side so much quicker than last raid. Because we've now got 12 and 8 and you always beat us. So if that happens again, we'll maybe look at doing back to 11-9.
It does help to have a warlock and a shadow priest.
Yeah.
How many dot classes are on the right side?
We've got Shingetsu, Aviator. Yeah, we've got 2.
I'm wondering if maybe we can like leave the first one on like 20%.
Oh, it seems to work. We're leaving on 30, which I'm doing at the moment, and it also that times nicely for getting between the 2 orbs.
Sure. I'm just trying to work out if we can go faster to catch up with the other side.
Not freezing on left probably helps, yeah. Is the route going okay on left side? Because I can't see what's going on until I watch Sunti stream. So someone needs to yell if there's an issue with the route. We have blockers when we get to the last ad. So blockers at the end, you've got Sunti and you've got Dwas who are going to be soaking, and the soak comes and after you've done the second ad, they're going to start soaking so we can do the third ad safely and the Jaina interrupt.
I need to interrupt the third one also.
Yeah, but you can interrupt and then you soak. So Dwas can do the first soak and then you interrupt and then you go soak. Because your interrupt doesn't need to be an immune interrupt. No, the first orbs don't, but what I'm saying is when we've finished the second ad, that's when we're going to start doing some soaking. So we soak the ones around the third ad and Jaina. We've got half the number of soakers as last time, but we'll just work with what we have.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen Sea.
Bam!
Freezing Blast.
Vista.
Avalanche.
Somebody help.
I got it. What I
I
can't
think
do
it was
it.
I think it was only you.
Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
It was not really.
Okay, boat's gone, res base.
Sorry, I was
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
I'm rooted with Avalanche.
Howling Winds. Freezing Blast.
Ranged up.
Freezing Blood. Ring of Ice.
Out. Lump for this spell. On fire if you need to.
Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Boat right to break that ballista out.
Time Warp.
I was looking at the boat because it was like.
I'm getting distracted if it wasn't down.
I think we had like all
Freezing
three.
Blast. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Set Charge.
Beware of me.
Yeah, please do not insert coins in the warlock. I then have to deal with him being hyperactive. Also, Aviator, you're in Belgium, so if you encourage him and he misbehaves, I'm going to send him your way.
Yay, monies.
Ben, I'm trying to go so outside of Blizzard or low visibility. I'm going back, and then low visibility and going all the way up.
So you're just going backwards, basically.
Yeah, when after fire, I move back.
Okay, it saves me trying to work out if you're going to go left or right. I'll just start going backwards.
And always in the middle, trying to get in the middle.
Yes, middle means we keep the fire off the ballistas as much as possible.
And the people doing the ballistas are not going to get frozen. That's why I'm moving back.
That too.
Sounds good.
Eris, you ready?
Yeah, I pressed ready.
Okay, sometimes it doesn't register, so if my add-on asks if you're ready, just say ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Boat
Freezing
left.
Blast.
I hope you don't
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Set charge. Frozen siege. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Boats down, we can switch sides if you let us.
Ring of ice.
Outgunning fire, expect an avalanche.
Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Time warp.
Res.
Frozen siege. Chilling touch.
Bam!
Boat right.
Freezing blast. Freezing blast.
Avalanche.
Somebody help.
Freezing blood. Ring of ice.
Out from Bristow.
Frozen siege.
Break him out. Please don't take chances with moving late.
Freezing blast.
Start thinking about those stacks.
Bam!
Ignore the boat.
Freezing blast.
I'm moving.
Frozen siege.
Avalanche. 62. Make sure you're cleared. Range, be ready to dodge.
Freezing
Clear
blast.
now. Range dodge. Transition.
Set charge.
Nice.
Set charge.
Now, no getting frozen.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Not there for danger, so somebody is on the right
Coming up.
side. The second.
I'll do your one.
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Icebound image.
Right.
Icebound image. Chilling touch.
We're all frozen. I had an idiot moment.
Icebound image. Freezing blood.
Is there only 6 of us?
We were down Eskimo, because he's dead. Which means we should have 7, and then I...
Chilling touch. Freezing blood.
Yeah, sure. No,
I've got my idiot
time.
time out for the night.
Chilling touch.
You just get frozen, guys.
I might be able to like blink onto her ice block in between the waves, and that should cancel out all waves for like 10 seconds.
If that works, that would be fantastic. As long as you can do it without dying yourself.
I'm not sure. Does it help though? Because we need to kill them.
That means everyone else can
DPS.
move. Yeah, it's true.
But everyone can dodge and we lose the DPS. It's a nice idea. But we also have to get out without getting too many stats.
Or the mage wall of ice block barricade could be interesting, but maybe not the most practical.
Or when we kill the last eight and we what do you call it, silencer, I can then do it, and that should stop some of the ice blocks or swirlies from the transition.
Or even point when we're all clumped baiting the glacial ray and some of the orbs are still going through where the boss
I think
is?
that's what you meant.
No,
Okay.
I mean, before we actually silence her, she's still casting, so I can blink in.
That's the point when Sunti and Duas, at least one of them, is going to be doing that.
Oh, alright, sorry.
And yeah, after the interrupts, the orbs stop. So that's why we have to interrupt. But we still have some residual ones from when Jaina was casting once we've moved her
5,
over.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Freezing Blast.
Vote left.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast.
Use that rest.
Frozen Siege. Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast.
Votes down.
Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out. Bump for Dispel. Expect Avalanche.
Howling Winds. Chilling Touch. Frozen Searing Pitch.
There's the Avalanche.
Time Warp.
Bam!
Yep, break him out.
Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege.
Oh, I'm booted.
Freezing Blast.
Votes down. We can say wherever there's no fire though. Avalanche.
Ring of Ice.
Out. Bump for Dispel.
Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege.
Ignore
Freezing
that siege.
Blast.
Bam!
Howling Winds. Freezing Blood.
65. Think about those stacks.
Chilling Touch. Freezing Blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche. 62. Make sure you
Set
clear
charge.
stacks.
Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Clear stacks. Ready to transition. Everyone alive. Good. Let's stay that way.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible!
I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Icebound Image. Icebound Image. Chilling Touch.
Move on with me.
Icebound Image. Icebound Image.
We have people slow moving, so we're all frozen.
Freezing Blood.
We have 2 people frozen.
Yeah, so my side, remember,
Freezing
we go
blood.
between the orbs, we go between the orbs, we go right, we stay right, we go
Chilling
left.
Touch.
And I'm moving from the first one at around 30% because the dots finish it off at that point. So be ready to move with me.
Beware of me.
Let's do that again.
I'm not sure Turtle is working, because everybody still got frozen when I used it.
But if they walk into stuff, then it's their own fault. They still have to dodge, you're just giving them fewer things to dodge. Yeah, pretty much, Ben. If you stand on me, you'll not end up as an ice lolly.
I could go for an ice lolly, it's freaking hot.
Yeah, so fucking hot.
Maybe that's why it was.
Yeah, so keep doing it, Santi. Don't stress about it. As long as you're turtling and running through some, it should make everything easier.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So first, we don't.
Yeah, we go between them. So we go between, we go right, right, left. And it's really, really tempting to dodge to the left of that first one, and it's caught so many people out. That sounds just like mine, Eris. Although they're currently asleep, luckily.
5, 4, 3,
Yeah, he wants
2,
action.
1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Freezing Blast.
Boat left.
Give them a taste of Arcana. I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege.
Boat's gone.
Maybe this thing.
Yeah, at some point she'll move.
Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out. Comforter spell. Expect avalanche.
Howling Pitch. Frozen Siege.
I hope you don't
Freezing
mind.
There's
Blood.
the avalanche.
Searing Pitch. Time Warp. Chilling Pitch.
Use that
Freezing
res.
Blast.
Boat right. See if we can carry on with a healer down.
Freezing Blast. Frozen Siege.
Moving back ranged.
Searing Pitch.
I will freeze you
Avalanche.
where you stand.
And we'll get somewhere a bit more fire free.
Nothing left but ash and splinter.
Freezing Blast.
Range dodge.
Freezing Blood. Ring of Ice.
Freeze you where you stand.
Out. Clump for this spell.
Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Howling Winds.
Give them a taste of Arcana.
You leave that boat.
Freezing Blast.
We're nearly there.
Chilling Touch.
Avalanche. 65. Be thinking about your stacks.
Chilling Touch. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege.
62. Ready.
Ring of Ice. Searing Pitch.
Clear those stacks. And clump. I know we've got some dead and we're not likely to get through the intermission, but let's just practice the movement.
Twilight, you should go over to the other side. Spare the healers.
Yeah,
as well.
Twy, come with us.
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Well, we're back.
Yeah, we don't have enough bodies at all.
Icebound Image.
But left side can
Right.
practice.
Icebound Image. Chilling Touch. Icebound image. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Freezing blood.
That was pretty nice on left, I think. If we
Good.
could have interrupted
Chilling
it, that would have
touch.
been good.
Chilling touch.
So I can't blink in and block. They're kind of new the first second.
Okay.
It's a global cooldown getting you.
No,
But
it's
we
the-
now know.
They are not. They can't. They can't be destroyed the first second.
Yeah, I think that's what Dwas and Sunti were saying, where there's a little delay.
No, he's saying that they're
Is it?
immune the first as soon when they spawn.
Yes, you kind of stand
Which
on
was-
them as they spawn, and
Okay, so you need to be a little bit back, and it also takes a second for them to disappear.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
Just to
think I'm
make it
pretty sure they
confusing.
spawn away from her from the video.
oh, they spawn
Well,
like
do you
on
still
the
need
edge of
those
it.
graphic settings, by the way? Sorry, I wasn't there.
I got graphic settings right.
No,
I didn't actually
more-
blink
more.
on-
Oh, I
sorry.
figured it out. That's good.
But yeah, I didn't blink actually on her, blinked to one of her sides just to see what would happen. But they're still spawned on me and just drifted out. We all set up.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat left.
I hope you don't
Avalanche.
mind cold.
Range ready to dodge.
Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Set charge. Freezing blood.
Boat
Chilling
launch.
touch. Frozen siege.
There's a boat on fire.
Freezing blast.
We'll get that with the avalanche.
Ring of ice.
Out, then and fire. This go rather.
Chilling touch.
Avalanche. Boat right. Avalanche, make sure you get that fire.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Break the ice blocks.
Time warp. Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
stand.
We'll see if we can get her to a better spot after. Range ready to dodge.
Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Ring of
Let's
ice.
wipe too many deads.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Anybody range needs some recourse or avalanche. People are a bit
What was that, Rankin?
people in ranged. I'm moving a bit late with avalanche.
Okay, the one I'm using, which is the stanky one, is really good because that's got a bar.
Was Xamer waited? I think you finished this cast.
Yeah, never finish your cast. Your job with Avalanche is to run straight away. And yeah, if you get the side wrong, better to stick with the side than risk killing range.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yes.
We have special potato settings for it. There is a Jeeves. Everyone repair, please.
If you have trouble seeing, set your settings down to a specific thing, yeah.
I think you posted them somewhere on Discord, but they've probably been buried.
I mean, I can tell you them really quickly.
That works, or one more pull and then we're going to have a 5-minute
Fine,
break, so
yeah.
you could always
Do
post
the-
them
yeah,
then
do
and
that,
people
do
get
that.
out.
I'll post them then.
Cool.
Five, four, three, two, one.
For Colterus!
Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Freezing Blast.
Boat left.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
you stand!
Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out. Front for Dispel. Expect an avalanche.
Howling Pitch.
Bam!
Freezing Blood. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Boat
Chilling
right.
Turn Warp. Freezing Blast.
Nothing left but ash and splinters!
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out. Then Clont. Ready for avalanche after.
Searing Pitch. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Chilling Touch.
Bam!
Range from to the back.
Ignore the boats. Nearly there.
Freezing Blood. Freezing Blast.
65. Think about this
Chilling
match.
Pitch.
Get his blocks.
Set
Avalanche.
Charge. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Ring of Ice Pitch.
Out. Front for Dispel.
Searing Pitch. Frozen Pitch.
62. Clear stacks.
Freezing Blast.
And transitioning.
Somebody else
Set
interrupt
charge.
third ad on the left side.
I'll get it.
Cool.
Impossible! I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
I think everyone dead's on our side, aren't they?
Icebound Image.
Because we're frozen. Yeah.
Icebound Image.
I think we're a little slow.
No, there's 5 of us.
I
No,
found
no, no,
image.
not that, not that, not that. Because and then a load of people died in the messy second barrage.
Yeah. Yeah, we had an awkward order of things on that. I don't like the RNG in phase 1, it's so annoying. But we are going to have a very short break, so if you need bio or anything, then go do that. I'll set a timer. No, it's better to get ice blocked than put avalanche on the raids, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, towards the fire is good. You can kind of dip towards the ranged clump, but it is so much better to get ice blocked than avalanche range, because ice block we can break, dead range is a problem. But you guys have 5 minutes, then we're back to focusing and not AFKing. And I'm going to play with logs.
Please tell me that's not a nickname for Sungo's penis.
Okay, that is end of break. Let's get back to this. Generally not looking too bad from the logs. We just need to get everyone alive through the phase. Main issue is currently avalanche. So remember, avalanches, make sure you move out quickly, make sure you run the right path. Everyone else is going to stand still. The really awkward avalanche is when we have it directly after the ring. When that happens, melee, if you go straight back to the boss, and the tank with the avalanche is going to run it far away so you don't have any issues. And I think we had you another cauldron. So let's get one down. Thank you, Sean. Right, let's get going.
Cauldron's still up, so...
Grab flasks if you can. Even if you're not
5,
going to use it, then
4,
if we happen to make a swap.
3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Bam!
Boat right.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast. Set charge.
Use the
Frozen
rest.
Siege.
See if we can convince her to switch sides.
Freezing Blast.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch. Howling Winds. Ring of Ice.
Out and plump. Break those ice blocks.
Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Freezing Blast.
Boat left.
Time Warp. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast. Frozen Siege. Searing Pitch.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
Ring of Ice.
freeze you where you stand.
Out and plump.
Chilling Touch. Freezing Blast. Frozen Siege. Howling winds.
Ignore the boat.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Avalanche.
Moves against you.
65.
Set charge.
Think about
Freezing
your stats.
blast. Chilling touch. Set charge.
Get her out that fire for you, melee.
Frozen siege.
$62. Make sure you've cleared.
Searing pitch.
Wipe it.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Charge is set.
Set charge. Chilling touch. Set charge.
I hope you don't mind the cold. Beware.
Okay, it's still a cauldron. Make sure you've grabbed flasks if you can. You said you liked the randomness of Jaina, Zach.
I don't like the avalanches though.
Okay. You only follow cross in the intermission. If you follow cross in phase 1, you'll probably die because tank.
Okay.
I'm just the stack point for intermission. In phase 1, I'm tanking, so you'll be on the wrong side of the boss.
Okay.
And I can take some extra damage to position her by dragging her through fire and things.
That's good to know. That's stupid, sorry.
Very obedient.
Yeah.
Select more of that at
5,
the right time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat right.
I hope you
This
don't
time.
mind the cold.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast.
Boats down.
Searing frozen siege. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
you stand.
Howling winds. Ring of ice.
You where you stand.
Out in clump. Break more gaps.
Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Time chilling touch.
Bam!
Boat left. We'll move her when she cooperates.
Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Chilling touch. Set charge.
You will be washed away.
Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
See if she'll come out.
Freezing blast.
Technically.
Ring of ice.
Yeah, that'll do. Out in clump.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Howling winds.
Ignore the boat.
Frozen siege.
65. Think
I
stacks.
hope you don't mind.
Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast.
62, clear. Transitioning. Now move together.
You have nowhere left to run. Ice Witch. You really think I've been
Stay on the
running,
markers,
Captain?
don't get ice blocked.
Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image.
Left.
Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Image.
Left.
Freezing blood. Icebound chilling touch. Icebound image. Icebound image.
Nice, I just keep dodging.
It's time.
Phase 2. Great.
Glacial ray.
After the ray, we break the barrel.
I hope you don't mind the cold. You will be washed away!
Ice fall.
Please don't use sunbeam to interrupt.
Yeah,
Beware.
should have said that as well. I know I said that a few raids ago.
I know.
The visual means it's a real problem. It's why we've not assigned boomkins to interrupt.
I couldn't see anything.
On left side, if we go left around the second tornado, you have to stay left because the tornado will actually go back towards us and get us from...
You shouldn't be going left around that tornado anyway, wherever it is. If it's coming from the front or behind, you should still be going right.
But if there's a situation where the tornado isn't in front of us when we get to the second one, and it's too far to the right, so running around is a huge...
Make the detour, it's safer. Because otherwise, on the left, you're going to end up getting caught by the orbs. I'm not entirely sure, Morg. I've been trying to work out the timings when we don't have people ice blocked. Well, we were missing one on right. Okay.
It was just a you, didn't it?
Yeah. But our timing seems mostly to be okay. Let's keep an eye on the DPS leads.
It's also a 5% physical damage buff.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing blast.
So right.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast.
Use the rest.
Set charge.
Okay.
Frozen siege.
Don't follow ranking.
Break those ice blocks.
Freezing blast.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Howling freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Guess we weren't the only
Ring
one who
device.
lagged out.
Chilling touch.
I'm logging back in.
Searing pitch.
Oh, the DC.
Frozen siege.
Okay, we're down 3. We've got DCs. Let's just wait. Rank it. If you need to reboot, go for it.
Sure, try and lock back in.
Freezing blast. pitch. Searing pitch.
Beware of me.
Success.
Good. Looks like Morg's got it working too.
Yep. I can't release.
Okay,
in
let's try it.
Copenhagen.
Oh, sprint
Yep.
Yeah, I think that might be why.
Does everyone hate Copenhagen or something? Oh, wow,
No.
at least.
Just all my friends from Copenhagen just went offline at the same point.
Is it like that island that just someone cut through the fibre cables?
Or maybe just like a patch for Denmark when who knows, it's Blizzard. Fuck you.
So if anything goes wrong now, we just blame Biz, right?
Yes, of course. They made this game, everything that's wrong with it is their fault.
I can't hear Aria.
I
5,
wasn't saying anything.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat left. Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Set charge.
Bomb it.
Searing pitch. Frozen
blood.
siege.
Like a ballista.
Boat gone.
Swing off.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Avalanche. Looks like the safe ranged.
Howling winds. Ring of ice.
Out and plump.
Chilling touch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Bam!
Boat right.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Time warp. Chilling touch. Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Set charge.
Bomb it ranged.
Searing pitch. Frozen pitch.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out and plump.
Chilling touch. Frozen siege.
Leave the boat.
Freezing blast. Howling winds. Chilling touch. Searing pitch. Blood. Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
65. Think about
Set
that.
charge.
Avalanche.
Just bomb it, my god.
It's gonna blow.
You would have cooled down for that.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch.
62. Make sure you're cleared.
Frozen siege. Ring of ice.
Clear your stacks, ready to transition.
Freezing blood.
Move together.
Set charge.
Don't get ice blocked.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible!
I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Freezing blood. Icebound image. Icebound image. Chilling touch. Icebound image. Icebound image. Freezing icebound blood. Image.
You might say just stay alive. Keep dodging.
Freezing blood. Chilling touch.
I can't. We're completely frozen.
Okay, we'll wipe them. Oh, we're not completely frozen my side. We're fine. Unless
Glacial
you
rain.
guys both falling on left side, I think.
You will be washed away!
Right, let's see if it'll let me put
I will
the
freeze you where
third
you stand.
marker down the barrel.
There you go.
Yeah, don't ever do the third one. I can do them when dead, but not ice blocked, weirdly, in this phase.
Yeah, I think that's normal, isn't it? Can't do them while standing, don't you?
Well, that's what I was trying to do beforehand, but I was told not.
No, you said second image.
A second tornado.
Okay, second image is right, but third image, I'll need to refresh myself of what I posted. But you mostly there just need to dodge between the orbs.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, if slightly to the left on that third image is the safer dodge, then that is fine as long as we're consistent and safe. It's mostly the second one I was concerned about. Sounding British doesn't mean anything. I live in Belgium. He lives in Denmark.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Searing frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out and plumb. Expect an avalanche.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blood. Freezing blast. Titan siege.
Bam!
Break him out.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you stand.
You have freezing the wall or something?
Yeah, that did not go in the direction it looked.
Ring of ice.
That's a wipe.
Yeah.
I think we can recover this.
Chilling touch. Freezing
Yeah,
blood.
you can't really recover because Basil die without me, I'm sure.
Chilling touch.
Just a fat,
Freezing blast.
a fat torrent flying past everyone.
Yeah, I was thinking, did I make a mistake? And then I saw a Shom.
Beware. Beware of me.
Right, just seeing if we've got anyone else, because Rankin's having lag issues. If we can find
Wadu's
someone.
around.
I thought I saw Wadu log on.
Try to get it fixed, but I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, I'm
fix
having
it,
the
great.
same.
You're having issues too. Well, let's see if Wadu's free, although that only frees up one of you.
It's doable, not when you're having the marker. It's too important.
Yeah, we might need to move that. Sango, can you sort out a different marker, please? I poked Wadu, I'll see if he's free. It might be we'll have the break early and see if you have anything fixed, and we'll move the marker. Okay, Sangor is going to be the new marker.
Since the shadow police can do stuns on by themselves.
Oh, brilliant, that works. Okay, we'll keep going 3R for now until I get response from Wadu, and we'll see if it works having not ranking with marker. Wadu's 3 and 15, so if one of you's still lagging, we've got a swap. Do we need to summon you, Rankin?
Sorry?
Do we need to summon you?
Yeah,
You've not
sorry,
got
yeah.
to you in 15 minutes, so we're going to try
Oh, shit.
with you not having the marker and see if we can cope. But otherwise in 15 we've got a Wadu.
Apparently Blizzard is experiencing problems in Denmark.
Who would have guessed?
Actually in Copenhagen.
Just Copenhagen, that's weird.
They're fixing the EU servers apparently, so they're like rolling down. So maybe I'll just DC suddenly, I'm not sure.
Is it just there or is there more than that?
Well,
Isn't
the
it-
EU server in France.
Well, as I can read from other experiences, yeah, like some were saying the EU servers, some EU servers are down, and Overwatch is somewhat down in Copenhagen.
Well, let's see how we can do. If it's really problematic, we've got Wadu in 15 minutes, and we can always take the break early if it's really bad and see what we can do.
Like slowly, all the Danish people are just going to DC. I'm ready.
Great. Just waiting on Sandra.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The tide rises.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing blast.
Boat left.
Give them a taste of Arcana. You don't mind.
Avalanche.
Somebody help
I
out.
need to dodge.
Freezing
Rainbow.
blast. Set charge.
Bomb in the back, on the ballista.
Boat's gone.
Frozen siege.
My wall.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Ring of Ice.
Out and clump. Expect avalanche.
Howling Touch.
There's avalanche.
Freezing Blast.
Range dodge.
Frozen Siege. Time War.
Bam!
Boat right.
Chilling Touch. Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out and clump. Expect avalanche.
Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch. Searing Pitch.
Avalanche.
Searing Blood. Searing Pitch.
Get Ari out.
Frozen Siege.
They're working me.
Howling Winds.
Yeah, that's gonna unfreeze me. Let's just
Freezing
wipe it.
Blood. Freezing Blood. Howling Winds. Chilling Touch.
Yeah, as soon as we have
Howling Winds.
someone dead in
Freezing
that way,
Blood.
it's also going to become a problem. We had mass off.
I was trying to come back into the
Frozen Siege.
to stop myself. But, yeah. Not enough
We'll go
people.
again. How's the latency at the moment?
Horrible.
Yeah, that displays it.
I'll tell you what, let's have the break now. Then we can have Wadu afterwards. I'll see if we can get someone else, but hopefully they'll fix it.
Yeah, very sorry
But I
about
think
this.
it's not your fault. Other than living in Copenhagen, that might be your fault. But if we have the break now, it at least gives you the longest time before the next pull to see if it gets sorted. And we'll have Wadu by then. I'll see if we've got anyone else who's on the bench or has showed up late.
Sorry, I heard my name. What's up?
No, we didn't say Ben.
Okay,
Say
cool.
bench.
I've got my stuff on the side, and all I heard was
Ben.
Ben.
No, bench, not Ben.
Okay. Right, I'll be right back.
Yeah. See, now I kind of want to just randomly during the break shout his name and see what happens.
Just gonna try a hard relog.
Sure.
It feels smoother. I think it might be fixed. Nope. Nope. 162 MS in their class that relies on less than 100 MS to do damage. Brilliant.
$600, you're getting worse than Rankin. He was only at 100 and something. Abby is online. That is useful. So we've got Abby and Wadu as backups if Rankin and Morg are still having issues. Still a minute to the end of break. We'll see at the break when they're back what the latency is like, and then we can swap people in as needed. Yeah, we'll grab Abby if needed. Hey, that is end of break. Morg Rankin, how's your latency?
Horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Let's grab Abby and Wadu, and then get you two out, and hopefully it'll go back to normal soon.
Portal here, Morg.
I blame Blizz.
Probably.
It does seem to be their fault.
Yes, it's always their fault. Fucking. I'm gonna mute Discord, but I'll let you know if things improve.
Sure, thanks.
Glad it's not the hunter's fault.
For once.
For once, yeah.
Can we blame you somehow?
Yeah, my girlfriend tells all the time, so why not?
It's part of being a hunter, surely.
Uh-huh.
Right, we'll grab Wadu as soon as he is ready, which should hopefully not be long. He did say about 15 minutes, about 15 minutes ago. I've asked him to give me a shout when he's ready.
Sorry, I'm back.
Cool, we're just making a swap. We've got Abby, and we're going to grab Wadu as soon as he logs over. And that will hopefully be an improvement on Morgan Rankin's latency. Okay, Wadu is just logging over right now, so we've got a portal, we can summon him. Yeah, we do need a new stun. And that means we'll have Smokey Joe doing the CC as well. If we can get someone other than Sangor, that'll make life easier with the markers. Sangor, can you sort that?
Let's see. Just... Did Twy have any specifics?
He's doing the bombs.
Oh, he was doing the bombs. Okay, it's the cameras. Let's see how that goes.
Right, if you got a spare flask, can you trade it to those two, please? And then we will get going. Okay, don't worry if you missed food. We'll get feast down next pull. Then we've
Visually,
gotten a couple of people in.
yeah, visually I'll see if I can stun the first one to land, okay? Like we did last.
Who's
Oh,
doing
hold
this
on,
now?
hold on. There's something. I am doing stun, hold on, but I need to fix the thing. I'll
Remember,
put
I'm
macro because I need it for the left side clumping as well. I'll see if I can stun at the same time, if I don't need to move too much.
Okay, Abiel's can do second interrupt left, or Shom. Shom's has a bigger range, so Shom is probably better. Ammon's on first. And
Ammon's
Refrigerator, you're first on right. You have been all evening. Refrigerator, you're on the right-hand side, so you definitely can't be doing second on left. Is that why we've been getting frozen? You've been right all evening, Refrigerator. Everyone check
Hold on.
your groups, please.
We've been running 12.
No, you've been running 13 on the
13.
left.
Okay.
We've been doing 13-7.
Lol.
Okay, so now we'll be running 12-8.
That's
And we'll
awkward.
see if this solves freezing issues.
That's my love.
That would explain why that interrupt has not been happening that quickly first on the right as well.
I normally do it.
Yeah, I noticed. My plates tell me. Right, we've gotten that sorted. Let's get going.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Boat right. Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out and in fire. Remember, we're down a priest.
Howling
Avalanche
wind.
off.
Shimmering fish.
Bam!
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Pitch. Time warp.
Boat left. Where's the gun code? Boat left.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing blast.
Marking behind the fire and move.
Need to be a bit more forward.
Frozen siege.
Thank you.
Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out and in fire. Avalanche after.
Bam!
Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Shimmering touch.
Break that ice block.
Freezing blast. Howling wind. Frozen siege. Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Set charge.
Fire.
Set charge. Chilling touch.
I'm
Two
overboard.
bombs in the back.
Wipe it.
Yeah, it's too many deaths.
Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind the cold. You will be beware of me.
Remember refloss, guys?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The tide rises.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you.
Avalanche.
Bam!
Boat left.
Give them a taste of our cannons.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Frozen siege.
Break Sunti out.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Searing pitch.
Out and then fire. Expect avalanche.
Howling touch. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Freezing blast. Howling winds. Frozen siege.
Bam!
Boat right.
Time warp. Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
Charge is set.
Frozen siege.
Avalanche. Range ready to dodge.
Ring of ice.
Out and then fire. Watch for the cone.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Frozen siege. Howling winds. Freezing blast. Freezing blood.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Set
Range
charge.
cone.
Set freezing
Charge.
blast.
Range dodge. 65. Watch your stacks.
Mark target. Frozen siege.
My call.
Chilling touch. Ring of
Wipe
ice.
it.
Freezing chilling touch. Set charge. Searing pitch. Set charge.
repair.
Oh, you don't have your own one ready? Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone repair. Thinking, is Sunti not ready with a repair bot? That's never happened.
No, indeed.
I was going to say, you have like 25 of the things.
Well, I have a few.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege.
BAM!
Freezing Blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege.
Nothing left but ash and splinters.
Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
And then fire.
Searing Howling Wind. Searing Frozen Siege.
Boat right.
Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch.
Avalanche. We'll get her out the fire as soon as we can.
Time War.
Get straight face out.
Freezing Blast.
No, that's Piper.
Set Charge. Chilling Touch. Searing Pitch. Mark Target. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Beware of me.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
BAM!
Boat right.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast.
Charge is set. The deck is rigged to
Set Charge. Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege.
Switch over when she lets us.
Cross behind range.
Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out and then fire. Avalanche after.
Howling Wind.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast.
Range dodge.
Frozen Siege.
Use that
Bam!
once. Boat left.
Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch. Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege.
Avalanche.
Let's get my MC.
Ring of Ice.
Out and then fire.
Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast. Frozen Siege. Howling Winds.
Bam!
Ignore that boat. Start thinking about your stacks.
Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch.
Avalanche. Think about those stacks, guys.
Searing Pitch.
63.
Frozen Siege.
You're at the fire
Freezing
for you.
Blast.
Make sure you're clear.
Ring of Ice. Searing Pitch.
Clear your stacks, and we're transitioning. There we go. Make sure we're clumped.
You really think I've been running,
So let's get
Captain?
my intro on the right side.
I'll get it, don't worry. Right, move together, guys. No getting
I
ice
lured
blocked.
you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Icebound Image.
Between them.
Freezing Blood. Icebound Image. Chilling Touch. Icebound Image. Freezing Blood. Icebound Image. Chilling
Stay
Touch.
safe.
Yeah, that was that.
Icebound
what?
Image.
You do have a marker, it's Sangor. He's the blue marker. We just replaced your blue marker for everything with someone else and hoped you wouldn't notice. So
That's because you were running
really
ahead of
important.
me.
Yeah, really important you don't run ahead of the markers, because markers are going to be going without speed boosts because we can't have them get ahead of the slower players. Like the poor Shadow Priests. You're probably one of the slower movers. Make sure you've repaired. Only one poor Shadow Priest.
Guess you have a singularity indeed. Does that give you the power to form a black hole and crush it?
Don't give him weird ideas.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Bam!
Go left. Avalanche.
Freezing Blast. pitch. Freezing blood. Searing pitch.
It's done, you can switch.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out and fire. Avalanche.
Freezing blood. Howling pitch. Searing pitch. Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Boat right.
Time warp. Chilling touch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Frozen siege.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche. Ranged, watch out.
Searing pitch. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Ranged dog.
Searing pitch. Freezing blood. Freezing blood.
Out and fire.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Bam!
Freezing blood. Freezing blood.
Ignore that one. Below
Freezing
70.
blood. Howling winds. Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
65. Think about those stacks.
Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Set charge.
Bomb. Direct.
62. Make sure you've cleared.
Freezing blast.
And move together. Don't get ice blocked.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible!
I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Chilling touch. Icebound image. Icebound image.
Oh fucking hell.
You guys stick together now.
Icebound image.
Good job. Stay alive, my side.
It's time.
Phase 2. Good job. Bait. Keep dodging. Broadsides on the barrel.
Glacial ray.
Keep dodging.
Nice baiting. After it, break that barrel.
The tide moves against you. I hope you don't mind the cold.
So now we would clear our stacks, and then we'd move, making sure we dodge the ice.
Beware. Beware.
Why is it that always directly in the start of that phase everyone just dies?
Highest damage.
That is the that's when we throw all of the cooldowns at it essentially, and that is when having a chamois is really good. But we don't have Dashi tonight.
You just stack up and just heal hard.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the people with the exposure need to GTFO.
Five, four, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche. Boat left.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Freezing blood.
Might have to double.
Howling of ice.
Out and in fire.
Chilling touch.
Break
Frozen
one.
siege.
Bam!
Freezing blast.
Boat right.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Avalanche.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out and in fire.
Chilling touch. Searing pitch.
Bam!
Ignore the boat.
Freezing blast. Howling winds. Frozen siege.
Avalanche. Start watching your stacks.
Freezing blast. Charge. Set charge.
Range dodge.
Bomb in the back.
Two bombs.
Chilling touch.
There goes. 62. Clear those stacks.
Chilling touch.
Oh, no, you're fighting. I'll make a fight.
Fine, you can cope without me. Just follow base.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible!
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image. Icebound image. Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Icebound image. Icebound image. Freezing blood. Icebound image. Chilling touch.
You bait.
Glacial ray.
After the ray, we're all moving to the barrel. And we'll kill it. You can see you dying, but practice the movement until you die.
I will freeze you where you stand.
So break that barrel. Clear the stacks. Now you'll be dodging the ice fall and moving to the next barrel.
Ice fall.
Pretty sure you're all about to die around now because you're all frozen.
All weapons, open fire! Beware, beware of me.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I was
you
just...
shouldn't be going too close to Jaina. You should be moving together safely across to the other side to be in position. We're deliberately using ranged interrupt, so we don't have to walk up to her.
I still need to have a vision on her, I can't interrupt.
So remember, stack on Sangor, he is going to be keeping you safe in that intermission. He'll be taking you a safe route through the dodging. We're clearing as many orbs as possible. We've got 3 immunity clears. But we are limited. If no one else is comfortable being the marker, then Sanger will be doing it and you just have to cope. I did ask for volunteers at the start for who was comfortable. Yeah, after this,
5,
we'll switch
4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Freezing
right.
Blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
Howling Winds. Ring of Ice.
Out and then fire.
Chilling Touch. Freezing Blood.
Range clamp, you should be on Sanger.
Chilling Touch. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Boat left.
Freezing Blast.
Ballista left.
Get that down quick. We're moving
Time
her
War.
when she cooperates.
Chilling Touch. Set charge.
Bomb in the back.
Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out and then fire.
Searing Pitch.
We're moving.
Searing Pitch.
Yeah, we'll get to a nice clear spot.
Bam!
Howling Winds. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Don't worry
Freezing
about
Blood.
Avalanche. 65. Think stacks.
Chilling Touch. Freezing Blast.
$62. Make sure you've cleared.
Searing Pitch.
Clear now.
Frozen Siege.
And transition. Move together.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
I'm frozen.
Yeah, you have to be in the Tomp. It's the absolute priority of everything
I
else.
lured you into open waters because out here you have
Yeah, we were going for the rest, I guess.
Yeah, don't, because you'll kill yourselves.
Freezing blood. Icebound image. Chilling touch. Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image. Freezing blood. Chilling touch.
Can you do the interrupt? You can do your Demon Hunter slip thing.
He's a bit frozen.
Okay. Muscle spread, remember always stick with the marker. Okay, always stick with the marker. If the marker's dead, we will replace it. Yeah, if you've speed boosted, then just don't if you've got the marker. The rule is you stay at the speed of the slowest person.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Boat left.
Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Mountain in fire, expect an avalanche.
Howling winds. Chilling touch.
There's avalanche.
Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Time warp. Frozen siege.
Bam!
Break that ballista. Boat right.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Frozen fish.
Avalanche.
Ring of ice.
Mountain in fire.
Searing fish. Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Howling
Okay,
winds.
ignore the boat. We're at 66. Think
Freezing
about your
blast.
stats.
Chilling touch.
$63. Make sure you've cleared.
Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Set charge. Set charge.
Clear now.
Searing pitch.
Versus is a market.
Okay, move together.
You really think I've been running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
On my side we're down 2,
Freezing
so really
blood.
important we stick together.
No, it's chocolate first.
I'll get it.
Icebound image. Icebound
Freezing
image.
blood.
Chilling touch. Icebound image. Icebound image. Freezing blood. Icebound
On my
image.
side, let's stick together and stay safe.
Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Freezing blood.
Phase 2, bait.
Chilling touch.
Broadsides on the barrel.
Glacial ray.
Dodge the ray. After ray, break barrel.
The tide moves against you! I hope you don't mind the cold.
It's gonna be a wipe anyway.
That was a hard talk from me.
Ice fall.
All weapons, open fire!
Just reading back
Glacial
what
ray.
what says. It's just like, heal me slots.
Okay, remember, follow the marker, please. If the marker goes the wrong route, follow the marker, but tell me afterwards. I'd rather you all stuck together no matter what route it is. But just follow the marker.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen
Bam!
siege.
Boat right, avalanche.
Freezing blast.
French dodge.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Is the boat done?
Frozen siege.
Yeah.
Avalanche.
Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Freezing blood. Ring of ice.
Out and
Searing
in
pitch.
fire.
Howling winds.
Bam!
Freezing
Both
blast.
left. We'll get her switched over in a sec.
Frozen siege.
Cooperates.
Time warp. Chilling touch. Searing freezing blast. Searing pitch.
Avalanche.
Searing pitch. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out and in fire.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Bam!
Leave the boat.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood.
There's
Frozen
avalanche.
siege. Freezing blood.
Start thinking about your stacks
Freezing
too.
blood. Chilling touch. Set charge. Chilling touch.
One bomb down.
Let's wipe it. There's too many dead.
Every time that avalanche.
Freezing blast.
The tide moves against you. Beware, beware of me.
Look, is that it working again? 60, that's not too bad. Cool. Okay, let's get more summoned. Swap you and Smokey? Do you mean in terms of sides fire what?
Yeah.
No problem.
Abios still hasn't left, so you need to like teleport out.
Okay, that means we're down an immunity.
Have a bad day.
It's 15 minutes. Can we make this quick, please?
Trying to. Seems variate to Guardian.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing blast.
Vote left.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Mountain and fire.
Chilling touch. Searing fish. Chilling touch.
Bam!
Vote right.
Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out. Can't for this spell.
Searing fish. Howling
Launching.
winds. Frozen siege.
I hope you don't mind.
Bam!
65. Watch those stacks.
Freezing
We'll break
blast.
you out. Everyone clear those stacks.
Chilling touch.
Make
Set
sure you're
charge.
clear. Now move together. Stack on your markers.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible!
I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image. Icebound image. Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image.
Stay safe. Phase 2. Bait.
Glacial ray.
Broadside on the barrel. Good
Chilling
baiting.
touch.
After the ray, break the barrel.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
If you're close to being ice block, make sure
Chilling
you're in
touch.
range of the fire.
Get in that barrel. Then we're going to be changing sides.
Ice fall.
Dodge that ice fall. It's coming through the gap. Bait to the wall. Broadside on the barrel.
Chilling touch.
Siege breaker. Out with 3 seconds. Grip back.
Glacial ray.
There's the ray. When we get the blizzard, we'll be breaking that barrel.
We have better resistors.
Yep, we can use them. Broadsides out, don't go too far. We are going to break that barrel.
You will be washed away.
We have a lot of dead people.
Glacial ray.
Make sure your stacks are clear.
Ice fall.
This is when we're going to use the portal over the ice fall.
Freeze you where you stand.
Broadsides, you need to go to the barrel, though, not stand on the boss.
Yeah, so I got selected by one of the...
We're expecting to have less than we did. If we're consistently higher, we'll break it a bit early. But ideally, timing-wise, we should be able to break it as we get into the blizzard.
Was it our
That's
best
the
attempt ever?
second barrel I'm talking about. First barrel we break after the ice fall. Second one we break just after the blizzard starts. And then third one we break during the glacial ray when we're over there.
That was our best attempt ever,
The first
wasn't it?
one probably you're looking at around 12-ish. But yeah, it's going to be painful. That's why we throw all the healer cooldowns at the raid at that point. It needs to be just after. Otherwise, we're going to have issues with the timing.
It died just after.
Yeah, dying just after is fine. But we want it to be just after.
Yeah, we don't have a shaman. It's a real struggle, I think. For the
Yeah, we should have Dashi next raid though, I think.
People who died though were people who got frozen mostly.
Yeah, don't
That's
get
3
frozen.
deaths.
5,
We really can't have
4,
any more frozen.
3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you.
Bam!
Avalanche, boat left.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out and then fire. Expect an avalanche.
Howling winds. Frozen siege. Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat right.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Ouch, and fire. Expect avalanche.
Chilling pitch. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Freezing blast.
Range
Freezing
dodge.
blood. Freezing blood. Frozen siege.
Ignore that ballista.
Howling winds.
65. Think about your stats.
Chilling touch.
Bam!
Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
I will stick the marker in pitch. 61. Clear those stacks.
Frozen siege. Set charge.
Okay, move together. Make sure you don't get ice blocked. Stand on those markers.
If we get that fucking someone run with me,
Freezing blood.
I lured you into open
someone
waters
fast.
because out here you have
Chilling touch.
Yeah, need to be hunter or rogue.
100 just got ice block.
Yeah.
Be a rogue then.
Blast.
Whichever rogue is 5.
Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image.
Do phase 2, bait that ray. Broadside on the barrel.
Glacial ray.
After the ray, break the barrel. Actually, let's wipe. Let's recover. We've got time for one more pull tonight. Which reminds me, it would be useful if everyone could go after the raid and vote on the poll in the next raid channel on Discord about doing some slightly longer raids for the next 2 weeks to give us more Jaina time. If you don't vote, I'm going to assume that you don't care either way. But do it after the raid, please. Not now. We've got time for a pull.
Also, make sure you get your full 15 weapon tomorrow and your essence.
Yeah.
Try and get your best one.
The
The best
later
one that's available.
finish. What we're looking at is a 23:30 finish because I know an earlier start is quite problematic for anyone in the UK.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege.
Avalanche.
No range you're going to need to dodge.
Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat right.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Searing pitch.
Boat's gone. You can stop. Avalanche.
Range might need to dodge again after this.
Yeah, it will.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood.
Out and then fire.
Frozen siege. Chilling touch.
I'll get
Time
rid of that
war.
ballista quick.
Bam!
Freezing
Boat
blast.
left.
Chilling touch.
Get me up. No, we've not got it. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
But those wings not help.
Nope. Just wipe it. Sorry guys,
Freezing
I had
blast.
a stupid moment.
Set charge.
I saw you with wings. I was
Frozen
like, oh
siege.
no. Thought it was Abby. Seemed it was Abby.
There's a little
Freezing
angel
blood.
standing from the heavens.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
What?
Searing pitch.
Yeah,
Freezing
right.
device.
Ignore him. Best advice I can give you about Sanger is ignore him. He's weird. Occasionally he will be useful, but when he's being weird, just ignore and he might go away. That's what I do. Okay guys, that's end of raid. I'm sorry I did a stupid last pull for you.
You never fuck up.
Yeah. Make sure you
Occasionally I
pref.
do.
I'm gonna disable guilty pleasure.
So go vote about the next couple of IDs. Go sign up for raids. Am I right in thinking that Squibs is on holiday and he's told me and I've completely forgotten?
Yes.
Okay, I thought that might be the case when he mentioned packing or thinking. You know when he's back? Out of
Monday.
interest? Monday. Okay, cool.
Make sure you get your 415 weapon tomorrow if you don't have it.
Yeah.
And get your essence and start working on the one that's best for you.
Yeah, that's very smart as well. Me and Sanger are going to do 5 islands or 4 islands or however many islands it is right now. So we've got the quest queued up for tomorrow or the mission or whatever it is. So if anyone wants to join us, let us know.
Yeah,
I know. There are some people who don't have 415 weapons and you get it from the intro quest.
That's
Oh,
nice.
that was
About
Zach,
time.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. If you've got lucid dreams, you're gated by dailies, so make sure you get up to doing them every day.
They say you
Cool,
You
good
need-
advice.
What do you get from doing a +10 this week?
Normal.
Still season.
Still season 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, do you get more titanium residue as you're gonna, as you need
I
like
don't believe so.
47,000 or something? Shit.
No, it's still season 2, I think.
It's still season 2 numbers for everything.
Season 3 won't be until the new raid comes out, will it?
Correct.
Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because
Does
your
that mean
last night of
season two-
season 2 is my birthday, so I want a Jaina kill for my birthday.
Does that mean season 2 achievements still available?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.